It's a rather chilly welcome back to Evergreen Valley on Farming Simulator 22 for episode 10 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't seem to matter what map I'm on at the moment, the snow is honking down. As you've seen, our daily deliveries have carried on. I need to do today's, I say today's, it's over a couple of days actually, liquid fertiliser. I've still been producing it down at our little production. There's been nothing to do through the winter months, and it has snowed constantly. The layers of snow have got thicker and thicker and thicker. It feels very much like Edgewater. Edgewater was like that. What we had 3 months, 3.5 months of constant snow. It got deeper and deeper and deeper. What I will say is, getting down to the coal mine, it's fine on the main track until you get into the coal mine itself. Blimey, I got to a couple of points. This was just slipping. I mean, just slipping. What I have done, I have purchased another back for this. I have got the big lorry and the big low loader, but I've got a flatbed for this, which I'm going to try. We've got one marble block out, and we're not far off a second marble block. But this is just, again, this is another one of those, just an update to show you, look, we are still here, we are still alive, we're chugging our way through the winter. I had a decision to make, because I'm still making the wooden beams, planks I switched off, and all the things that I'm producing are all, apart from the coal, are distributing to the places they need to. But we have a problem with the metal factory, which is what I said I thought we were going to have. And it's the fact that we're seriously short of ore, because at our coal mine, the ore is a byproduct. Coal is the main product, and then we've got a few byproducts. I'm not sure if it's going to let me detach this here. Okay, that was better than I thought. So we're going to head down. Oh, there we go. Now lights on. Yeah, so it's a byproduct, and every hour it's producing it. It's set to distribute, but the problem is it's going over to the metal mill, metal factory, and it's not enough to keep it running. So the problem we've had, or I've had, is that everything is set. I mean, I'll show you. I think I kind of showed you before, but if we go down to our productions, so that's our mineral coal, which you've seen. Marble block. We're very close to our second marble block. So this was just a kind of look. This is what's happening. It's snowing continually. What we might do, I might speed up time over the course of the day and see if we can get a second block out. If not, it might be tomorrow. And then we're going to do a marble run. Who remembers Marble Run? Marble Run's a fantastic game. I say game, it's kind of almost like it sort of teaches engineering, problem solving, flow. I mean, it depends how you want to look at it. You can use it for all sorts of stuff. Sorry, a metal manufacturer. So, if you look at all the recipes here, all of the recipes require 416 of ore. They all require 1 wood, 20 of the maintenance tools, 2 of lime, and 2 of electricity. Apart from making the vehicle parts, doesn't require the wood. So all the recipes are identical, all same cycles per month. But what was happening was, the first 2, pipes and rebar, were producing faster than metal beams. Metal cables weren't producing at all. So if you look here, I stopped the metal pipes at 132. Well, I stopped all the others and just left rebar running for the time being. So 132, at the same time that metal pipes and rebar had done 132, metal beams had only done 85, and metal cables had only done 45, even though the recipes are all exactly the same. Because I was running multiple recipes, and it's trying to divert what scant resources of ore there were to that. So unfortunately, that's not working properly. I need more ore. So I'm saving up, building up the money. It's bi-monthly, isn't it? Because I know I say every day. Each day is half a month, 2 days per month. So bi-monthly, we're doing our deliveries. We're building up the money. Today's liquid fertiliser would bring us up another 30, 39-ish maybe, 38. It's been around that, 38, 39. So I mean about the snow, it's so deep. So I'm sure the ore mine is, I want to say 650, might be a bit more than that. And then I'm going to need, I'm assuming, drilling equipment, maintenance tools, vehicle parts, all the same stuff that I need for all the other ones. So the problem then becomes I haven't got enough money to do that as well. I reckon we're going to be needing in the region of 700,000. So I've just got to keep chugging. Spaghetti production's continued. It was sunflower oil, wasn't it? It was the last one I did. I've got one thing of sunflower oil. I've got a load of spaghettis because I haven't delivered any of those. They've just been piling up. So yeah, all I'm going to do now is go down and grab the flatbed I bought for this. Just trying to think the best way to go. Actually, if I cross the rickety bridges, you've got to be so careful. And then I'll take the liquid fertiliser, and then I'll skip ahead. Fingers crossed, we'll have enough for a marble run. I was looking up marble run because I remember playing with it as a kid, and I remember having it. It was one of those got plastic pushed together, and you could buy extensions and expansions and all different companies. I think Galt Toys are one of the ones I remember. And when I looked up, marble run has been made since the, did it say 1700s or 1800s? I think first mass produced in the 1800s. I think they started off as wooden, like pushed together stuff. I had no idea. Obviously you can get marble run computer games and stuff now where you build, it almost becomes like an engineering, you know, you build a marble run on your computer and then you let it run and see if it, you know, it's incredible. And I suppose people use the marble runs now like Dude Perfect do when they do those, like the old Mousetrap, again another blast from the past, the old Mousetrap game, where you set up a series of things that one, well, you set it off and one thing triggers another thing, triggers another, blah blah blah, and then you get right the way to the end and then something happens, you know. Marble Run often features in those types of things, you know. But yeah, I didn't realise it was that old. I had no idea Marble Run was that old. Shouldn't be driving that fast through the town. Oops. Watching out for pedestrians. I would like to point out, well, when I say things like that, when I do mod reviews and I say miscellaneous and pedestrians and things rather than pedestrians, I am mucking around. I've had a lot of people message me saying I don't know how to speak and I don't know how to pronounce words. My dad used to do it all the time. He would say words in funny ways. One of my nieces, when they were learning to read, I've probably said this before, and we were playing a game. What was it? Oh, you got cards, and you had a word or words on the card, and you had to, you know, basically like charades, but it was a quick fire thing, and it was antiperspirant deodorant, and she read it as antiperspirant deodorant, and we were like, what is she talking? So my dad used to do it all the time. He would say words in a daft way, and you know, like on is it Snatch or Lock Stock? I say binoculars and things like that. So you know. There may be other occasions I do pronounce something wrong, but I am mucking around a lot of the time. I promise you, I'm mucking around a lot of the time. I'm speaking over this because of the music, but we should be able to. This was next to. There we go. This is an extended flatbed. I don't think this folds down, but I don't need it to fold down. So I'm going to take this up to the marble mill now, leave it there, and then wait. And hopefully, when we've got to a point, we've got 2 marble blocks. I think each one, the first one is 12,500 litres, so I'm assuming they're going to be quite heavy. Like the sawmill, the marble mill has, there's all sorts of equipment up there, so hopefully there'll be something up that we can borrow. If there's not, we can always take our wheel loader up, but we can always borrow the wheel loader from here if we want to. So, more snow. Yeah, I'll be honest, on Mars it's driving me a bit nuts at the moment. I'm a bit fed up with it. I did think about turning it off, and I thought, no, you know what? The whole point was I was going to skip through the winter. Oh, that's what I was trying to say. So I had some options of what I could do. My sawmill is running through the wood that I had at the farm. Some of the trees and stuff I cut down. I cut. I think 1 or 2 of the big trees in the corners I cut down. Stumps have all been cleared, and it's chugging its way. And I thought, well, I could do what I normally do, and in the winter it's forestry. But then my dilemma was, do I use some of my money to buy some land to do some forestry when I'm trying to build up that money to buy the mine? I could have bought the land, done the forestry, sold the land back. I could have done that. I mean, I know that kind of field flipping, utilising the land for what you want and selling it back is frowned upon. But it's a viable option. You know, you just get the land, cut down the trees. I mean, again, you can any storyline you want with that. It might be that you have been hired by somebody, like I've done many times before, to clear that land. That might be your task, but you need a permit. So the permit is you have to pay for the land up front. You get the permit to work on it. Like I said, was it Big Timber, that series I watched? Kevin, what's his name? Kevin something. And that's what they do. They get forestry permits for plots of land. They go out, they log it, and that's what they have to do. So anyway, all that being said, so that was my option. I could have done that, a bit of forestry, but I've been doing a bit of forestry. I did on the floor is lava. I was doing a lot of forestry. I've been doing a bit of forestry work on Mars, and I did a little bit on here. So I thought, you know what, I'm not going to do any episodes of more forestry. If I do any, I'll probably do it off camera. If I do, I might show you. I don't know. Like I say, it's just balancing it all out, isn't it? Working out what to do and what not to do. And once we get through the winter, like I said before, we'll get more farming to do. It's the same on any farm anywhere really. Through the winter months, there's not a lot of farming. It's just doing what we can. The diversification to make sure we've got funds through the winter months. And we're not doing too badly, let's be honest. But as I've said before, the thing on here is the factories, the manufacturing processes are expensive, and that's not even taking into effect the land. We haven't bought any of the land any of it's on, and that's mega money, and we're not even in that realm. This snow is insane. Yeah, we're not anywhere close to that yet. I know I'd said, way back, or last couple of episodes, I wasn't going to show this every single month, and I haven't been showing it every month, but I have been building it up. I've been loading up the back of the pickup with concentrate, taking it down to the liquid fertilizer thing, letting it run while I've been speeding through time. So every time it builds up and builds up, once I've got a full tank, I've been bringing a full tank over, just been chugging away like that for a little while. So but like I said, I've just got to be so careful, because a couple of times you get a wheel on the grass moving too fast, I say on the grass, on the snow, and you're just all over the place. It's been interesting. I've been really enjoying it, I have to say. It's almost better, you're almost better off going faster across this. It's like it kind of bounces things across. The slower you go, the worse it is. But if you go too fast, it's finding that sweet spot where you don't catapult yourself off into the shadow realm, you know. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing alright. I know when I did my Mars episode the other day, yesterday, Saturday was, yeah. I was having a bad day. I said I was at 60%. I reckon today I'm maybe at 80, maybe. And I said it would be sort of, you know, give it a bit of perspective, a little bit of time, organise your thoughts, sort things out, and that kind of thing. If you haven't watched the Mars one, if you're not watching the Mars series for whatever reason, it's just down to the van and its MOT, and I've got to take it back on Tuesday for some repair work. Some under warranty, some I've got to pay for myself. And it was the only day that I could fit me in. I've got to leave it there for a couple of days, but I've got to take it on Tuesday, and Tuesday's the day the new DLC drops. So normally I wouldn't have anything booked, planned, organised, dentists, doctors, anything like that on a day when a new mod, or not mod, but DLC pack, or when an expansion. I know when one of the, was it Platinum, when Platinum expansion dropped, MrSealyp had booked us a surprise holiday to the Lake District, and when she told me, I was like, I can't. So I ended up taking the PlayStation away, and I did all my Platinum expansion videos while I was away on holiday. It happens. It's one of those things. I was incredibly frustrated yesterday, and a bit down and a bit miserable about it all. And I apologise if I brought anyone down. If you do watch the Mars series, it wasn't my intention. You know what I'm like, and I just kind of talk about what's happening, you know, in my life. And like I've always said with the mental health thing and that kind of thing, I personally believe that talking about things out loud helps you to organise your thoughts. It also helps people not understand. That seems patronising, that's wrong. But but feel and get that they're not necessarily alone. That if you're going through similar things, and often people message me say, oh, you know, I had the same thing happen to me last week, last month, last year. You know, I had Gary message me, and he's got a 7.5 tonner, and there you go, 39 grand, I know it'd be something like that. And he messaged me to say that he had an MOT bill in, is he Australia? I think he's Australia. Apologies if I got that wrong, Gary. And it was, did he say 2.5 grand? It was, oh, honestly, if I got a bill for 2.5 grand, that's, I'm done. The van gets scrapped to that point. I don't know. So yeah, it was just a bit kind of, you know. So that was, yeah. So if people are experiencing similar things, or, you know, it's okay to talk about them. It's okay to talk about. I know there are things that people say are taboo. You shouldn't talk about finances. You shouldn't talk about, you know, anything, you know, along those lines. But I don't know. I think finances and paying for things and bills and debts, and everyone has them. You know, everyone deals with those problems. And people say, oh, it's crass to talk about that kind of thing, and you shouldn't. But it affects everybody. That's why I think you should. You know, it's not always easy. It's not always straightforward. I've talked about it before. Normally people, you know, most of the time people are very kind and nice and friendly, and everyone's experienced it. I think one of the comments, you know, I've said this before about comments you get, and you always get those ones, those weird ones or odd ones, and you get ones that stand out. And I was talking way back about when I worked at Royal Mail, and I think we'd had our twins at that point, so we had 3 children, twins, and all under 5, all under 3. And money was tight. We weren't earning a lot of money then. It was you know, it was way back in the day. And I mentioned the fact that sometimes we had to, you had to go shopping with a calculator. You had an amount of money in your head to spend on your food shopping, and that was it. You couldn't go above that to cover all your bills. One of the comments I had was, you should have got a proper job or a better job or something. Proper job. Should have had a proper job then. So what? I know it's funny how people react to things, but generally speaking, people are absolutely golden about it, you know. And I just personally feel you should talk about it. Talk about things with people, with friends, with relatives, with strangers. It doesn't matter. Sometimes it's just good to get it off your chest. So anyway, that's that done. I will see you in a little while. I don't think the snow's. I'm going to check the weather forecast in a minute. I don't know how the snow's going to go. Whether it's going to continue. If it carries on through March, and I don't know. On Mars, it's saying that it's going to snow right the way through, and then it's going to rain through March, April, and May. Fun. So I don't know. We'll see how we get on. Pop that there. I think I need to top my water up actually. We were almost out, if not out of water. I'm going slowly. I then, because I've had, you know, you put the brakes on in the snow and you can go all over the shop, especially when you're towing. Yep. I thought I'd filled it up from the river. I just hadn't put it in here. Is the trigger going to come up? Oh, there. Didn't know if it would, because I know I had some people messaging me when it was Edgewater, and people saying that when it was snowed and it was heavy snow, is that all that it needed? I thought it was empty. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, when it snowed really heavily, it obscured the sell points, and you couldn't actually sell things. Is that sliding? Oh, that slid into the grooves where the trailer had sat previously. So I think we're empty now. I'm pretty sure we're empty. Yep, water's topped off, nothing else in there. So I do need to go and get some more concentrate if I'm going to run it ahead for the next month. So I'm going to head off and do that. And no, actually, no, I'm not. I won't do that yet. I was really hoping, like I said, when we got into February, the snow would stop and it would melt. I really thought the snow would go. I thought, brilliant stuff. We can crack on, but this is going to make it a treacherous marble run. Actually, it won't be straightforward because if the marble's heavy, that's why I wasn't keen on having a trailer. So I thought about using the low loader, and I thought, you know what? I was gonna say, where's the low loader? It's over there. Just drove past it. Yeah, I didn't want to have a trailer on the back, so I thought having the flatbed on the back of our dump truck would work better. How much? We've got 28,000 litres of flour left in here. I'm going to let this build up a little bit more, I think, then we'll take it to deliver. But our spaghetti production is continuing, so yeah, I'm just waiting on the second lot of marble then. We'll see what happens there, and then, well, I think when I next see you, hopefully there'll be no snow, but not when I next see you. If the marble is ready, we'll deliver that. Then after that, next time I see you, hopefully the snow will have cleared. We'll be into a period where, well, we've got precision farming on, and we've got seasonal growth on, haven't we? So I'm thinking about plant windows and stuff. That's a good point, actually. Okay, so we can start planting some stuff in March. So hopefully we'll get some sowing contracts and stuff start coming up. Possibly some weeding. Some of the fields have still got loads of weeds in. Maybe some ploughing contracts. So yeah, hopefully we'll get back into our farming once we get to March. It's a big gap, isn't it, when you look through from December, January, February. Yeah, I know most maps are like it, but yeah. It's only 20 past 2. It's a bit noisy up here. Things are happening. And we have our second marble block. Time for that treacherous marble run. Ooh, quite nice side of the house. There we go. Can I get both blocks on here? I'm just thinking, will they go side by side or end on end? Or on top of each other? I'm just worried about how heavy they're going to be, but... Right, stop there. Actually, I'm going to leave the engine running. Let's keep the cab nice and warm. Wow. So these are the marble blocks. This is what they look like. Big old chungus. 12,500. I haven't checked the price of marble. This is going down to the marble mill, the marble sawmill, marble factory, which we don't own yet. So this is just going to be selling. And then what we'll do is, at some point, this will carry on chugging away, producing our marble. And what we'll do is, when we can afford to, we will buy the marble mill, and then we can produce like proper marble things. you know, proper marble things. But what we are going to use is, there it is. Oh no, now I've lost him completely. I'm just going to go and get some more forks. Back in a minute. We are currently in the grip of Storm Eddy. Eddy Blizzard. I know I always laugh at my jokes. That's a dad thing. That's why they're dad jokes. Because you think of them in your head and you chuckle to yourself and you think that's brilliant. And then when you say it out loud, people go, oh, that's the point. That's the point of a dad joke. I don't know how it happens. I don't know why it happens. It's obviously like a genetics thing. Because, you know, your kids will always go, oh. But it's funny how you will grow up, and as a boy, you know, women do it. Don't get me wrong. There's the whole dad jokes. MrSealyp does it too. So it's not just, you know. But I suppose it's just got that moniker now, isn't it? Dad jokes. But at what point does a son or a teenager, or at what point do you start doing that and they become dad jokes? Do you have to be a dad, or do you have to just be an adult to make jokes like that? I don't know. I suppose it's a dad joke because it's usually your kids that go, oh, because, you know, there's nothing to stop other people around you doing that. That just makes you an idiot, I suppose. I don't know. Or that idiot at work that keeps making stupid jokes. I suppose that's the difference, isn't it? At least if you're a dad, you've got an excuse. Anyway, cool, blimey, governor. What a palaver. So I say, weight-wise, I'm assuming this will be alright, I don't know. Luckily this one's up on the snow a little bit, so we should be able to get underneath it. We've got straps on it. Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be horrendous. That's not so bad. Could have been a lot worse. How am I going to do this? I'm just thinking if I do one behind the other, they're going to seriously overhang. I'm going to get this as close to the cab as I can, and I'm going to put one on top of the other. I'm not sure that's going to be as good an idea, simply because of the weather, and it's going to be quite heavy. Not, I suppose it will be top heavy, won't it? Snow doesn't help, because lining up becomes a bit of a nightmare. Actually, this is the perfect width for it, isn't it? Okay. Just be taking this nice and slow. That's alright. Look at that! Look at me using pallet forks! Oh yeah! Not always big bag handlers, people. Not always big bag handlers. And that was in the snow as well. Couldn't even see the bottom of it. I'm not sure about this. All we can do is try. That's really twisted, isn't it? As long as it sits on top of the other one. I just don't even know if the lorry will move. That is sketchy. Sketchy. No way. I'm just thinking the length of that. No, it's going to overhang way too far, isn't it? Sideways? No, that'd be too wide then. Well, I suppose I could do. I just don't know whether or not that beam and that beam will sit. Would that be really ridiculously daft and dangerous? Probably. But it might be better having a lower centre of gravity, even though it's wider. We have our beacon. Have we got beacons on this? No beacons. There we are. Got the flashing units. Oh no, it's not, is it? We've got you know what? I'm going to try it sideways and see. Sorry, I know it's. It's how my brain processes these things. Have a look, try it. I'm not sure it will, but you know what I will do? Let's just put a couple of straps on for a moment. Let's straighten this up. Make life a little bit easier, wouldn't it? Should have done that before, shouldn't I? I think we're going to be over the edges, aren't we? Oh, that's so annoying. Oh no, we're out by a fraction. Just can't seem to get to line up. It's the snow. I don't know actually. Why would this come on? Line up. You know what? We are just on. I think maybe we can, you know. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get the lorry on the flat. I'm going to put it sideways. I know I shouldn't. Oh, there's going to be lots of OSHA employees. It's not OSHA. Well, it is because it is in the US, isn't it? Health and safety executives. There'll be lorry drivers. There'll be all sorts of people getting very annoyed with me. Hey, I've been along motorways and all sorts of roads when you've got police escorts or the vehicles that have got their lights flashing, and you drive past a flatbed that's got a mobile home on it or something ludicrous. I followed one along the A1 years ago, and it was bridge components. I mean, when I say bridge components, I mean like suspension, but like I've never seen anything like it. These things were colossal. 3 lorries in a row, and I think they only had one span section each, but they went across 2 complete lanes of the motorway. It was mental. Fantastic, but looked incredibly terrifying. So I'm going to get the lorry moved, try and get onto a flat bit at least, give us a chance. Oh no, no, this is not good. This is going to go over, isn't it? So I was kind of being, you know, whoa, let's increase the danger. Well, let's say it's a treacherous marble run. It's snowing. There's snow on the ground. This is looting. This is going to go over. There's no way I'm going to get all the way here without this rolling over. Should I at this point be taking the top one off? Should I be putting it over the back? Actually, where do the straps go? Have we got straps out there? We have got straps out there. No, that's going to be way overhanging that. If that rear axle, because this flatbed normally goes to here, and this is the flatbed with extension. If the axle was here, I would consider it, but no. I should have bought the other loader up, low loader up. Oh, you know what? If it goes over, it goes over. We'll just have to deal with that. Now, do I go full difficulty and go in cab? But then I can't really tell if it's going to roll. I've got to avoid these big lumps, because these big lumps are what are causing. No, I can't. I can't. This starts to slide, slip, twist, rock. Are we having fun yet? I've asked how are you as a percentage today? What about your pucker factor? How is your pucker factor at the moment? Right, so barring anything tragical happening, and if anything tragical happens, I will be honest, I will show you, I'll show you the recovery effort. It would just be getting wheel loaders, I guess, and just righting everything and putting it back up on its wheels and going again. But if not, I'll see you down at the marble mill, Not the marble. Yeah, I suppose it is the marble, is it? This is the marble mine, marble quarry, marble factory. I don't know. Oh, oh. Get a good run up the hill. Oh, hang on. Am I too high to go under this? Oh no, it should be right. I suppose if it does go over, then we've got the tagline, I have lost my marbles. And I'm always saying it, that I'm losing them, or I feel like I'm losing them, but in this case... I am seriously considering at this point, now we've got them out of the mine, putting them on the train. The train platform is just there. Loading them on the train, taking the train round, and then unloading them off the other end. No, no. Where's the danger? Where's this? Oh no. This is very snow run. I know it's snowing, but bits of road you normally drive along without even thinking. Once you've added the snow in, and then you get a little bit of a tilt on there as well, and I've got the extra weight too high. I was so hoping it was going to fit side to side, and the actual platform was wide enough. Just every time I tried to lower it down, one of the wooden beams underneath was just clipping through the back of the trailer, and it just wouldn't sit on there. Just want to get down to the main roads. Oh no. I don't want to turn there. Don't want to turn over that either, really. Stay level, stay level, stay level. Squash the snow down, don't tip. Ooh, okay. When we were on the highway, once we got across the rickety bridge, the first one, I followed the highway and straight down. This bit hasn't been too bad until there. I get the sense that I'm just looking now thinking it might have been me that put it on the wonk, but I don't know if the load has shifted. It does seem to be leaning a lot to the right, which is a bit concerning. But we're over here. This is where no, don't get stuck. That's something I was going to say actually. I've noticed not these crossings. These crossings are okay for the most part until then. I haven't had that happen before. There's a crossing out up by the oil refinery factory type thing. And it's got like 2 log poles. I've got stuck on that repeatedly, and it's that frantic moment that you get stuck and think, if the train comes, I've had it. You know, it's that ultimate movie scene thing, isn't it? Stuck on the railroad tracks in the air. Now there are 2 points for delivery. One is between those 2 doors there, ahead of us, and one is round to the side there. I'll try these 2 first. This is where the whole thing rolls over, right here. Oh, don't fall over now. After getting all this way, please start unloading here. Oh no. Oh, don't tell me it's too high up. It's got to be the other one then, surely. This is the mark. Yeah, I'm at the right place, aren't I? There we go. Whoa, mama! It was worth doing the marble. Get it? Are you kidding me? I didn't even look at the price. I was thinking, oh, you know, it might be 50 grand, 50, 60 grand maybe, that'd be awesome. 122 grand? I mean, it's taken a few months to get to that point, but we are so close to getting the other mine. Would I say 650, something like that? So if we have another day, as we go into February 2, coal delivery, liquid fertiliser delivery, it'll be another couple of months before we've got another marble block. We could potentially, oh no, would that be enough to buy the stuff as well? Maybe. Do I end it there? Do I end it on the cliffhanger? Will we get enough money in February 2? Because this episode, all I want to do was get to a point where I have marble ready and deliver the marble. I wasn't expecting all the snow. I wasn't expecting all this nonsense. What we'll do, we'll go to February 2. Hopefully the snow will have stopped. And then I suppose what I should do is let's go to the weather forecast. Snow is just set to stop. Oh, you are joking me. February 2. No, okay. February 2 is not showing snow. March 1 and 2 is showing rain. Fair enough. But the snow should stop. Temperature of 3. High of 3, low of -5 in February. Potentially the snow will melt. We won't get sowing contracts until March. But we will be at a position with tomorrow's deliveries where we might be in a position to buy the ore mine. If I do go and buy the ore mine, we won't be setting up to run at that point, but we will be able to buy it. That's the point I was aiming for. This actually, there were a couple of wobbly moments, I'm not going to lie. There were a couple of wobbly moments, but this flatbed worked brilliantly. So we'll take this up, we can drop the flatbed off at the mine. I'll go and get the other back put back on so we're ready for tomorrow's coal delivery. Today's delivery I didn't deliver all of it. I think there was a little bit left in there. I just filled up the back. So tomorrow there's going to be a little bit more. So potentially we could have more tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And then, like I say, snow off the ground, and we'll be good to go. Oh, I'm absolutely blown away by that. That's nuts. I mean, all I had to do I could have just gone and checked the prices, and I would have known. Oh, it's going to be amazing. But I always like to do it on the videos. It's always that thing of it's either going to be. I mean, it could be anything, can't it? It's that Schrodinger's prices. It could be anything. Until you actually deliver it, you don't know. It could be woefully low, or lower than you thought it was going to be. It could be bang on, you think, oh, that's spot on what I thought it was going to be. Or like then, it could be absolutely phenomenal. Which that was. Happy days! We are there. We are there. Coal delivered, liquid fertiliser delivered. So I thought what we'll do, just to top this all off, let's bring out our spaghetti. We'll get that delivered, and then hopefully we've got enough to buy the ore mine and whatever's required for it, because I honestly can't remember off the top of my head what's required for it. Okay, another 16 grand on top, 707,000, but that's all going to disappear. That is, of course, assuming. That is making a big assumption that I've got the price right. Oh, hang on, wasn't. Oh no, hang on. I'm just trying to think. Wasn't one of the? Didn't I say that one of them was 700? Oh, I hope I haven't got them wrong. Oh, if it is, it is. I'm sure it's not. Oh, I don't know. I just want this snow to melt now. Leave me alone. So I'm going to grab the pickup. We're going to whiz up to the mine. We'll see what we need. We'll buy. Where is that going? Why is that going backwards? What is? That's what it's been doing. How weird. Because I've been calling the train to do my coal delivery each day, and I reverse out off the map to sell it. It's obviously carrying on in reverse all around the map, and that explains. Well, it doesn't explain why every time I've come down here after I've done a coal delivery, the train's just sat there, which is at the next coal facility. I don't know. Anyway, let's go to the ore mine. So And then hopefully with that purchased and the bits required for that, that means our metal factory will then be running properly. Because if we're getting about 22,000 litres of coal a day that we're selling, and then all the other things are byproducts. So the ore mine, if it runs the same as the coal mine does, we should be getting about 22,000 litres of ore every day, and then the other things will be byproducts, including some coal. Which means our metal factory, I can set everything running as it should be. We are so close to getting our first rebar, and again, it depends whether you've watched the previous episodes or remember what I was talking about. And there's a lot of factories, a lot of facilities, a lot of things running. Next to our metal factory is the is it concrete? Anyway, it requires rebar, and all the other things we're getting at the coal mine, the dirt and the sand and stuff like that, all goes there, and that's piling up as well. We've got 60,000 litres of each of those, so we could buy the next facility. But again, we're going to need more money to do that. That's what I was trying to get the rebar for, so then we can be utilising everything we're producing. So we're utilising all the products, all the byproducts, all the various different things are all being used, and then off it goes. I've been very impressed with how well the maintenance tools, the drilling equipment and the vehicle parts are lasting, and the diesel as well. It's lasting a lot longer than I thought it would, so we're not having to replenish those as often, which is brilliant. If you're having to replenish those too frequently, it becomes that thing of this is a chore, you know. I don't know, it depends how you view it. It's that thing of, actually I'll probably take this over to the the vehicle shop, because if we are going to buy maintenance tools, drilling equipment, whatever is required. Oh man, seriously? Come on. We're going to need to load it up onto this. Probably vehicle parts as well, I would imagine. Wow. Blimey. We are heading up towards the mine. 707,920 in the old skyrockets. Let's see if it's enough. I honestly, this is what I was saying, the same as when you're selling something. In my head, I'm thinking, in my head I'm panicking. I'm thinking one of them was 750 or 700 and something. Or am I imagining that? Misremembering? Was that the lime? Was that the lime station? The lime production? Remember. 650 sticks in my head, but was that what we paid? No, the coal mine was 450, wasn't it? Oh, I can't remember. I did say a few episodes ago what it was, and I honestly can't remember. But for some reason, I've got 650 stuck in my head. But then I'm sure I checked one of the others, and it was 700 and something. So now I'm panicking. If it's 750, we haven't got enough, but. We'll just have to go through another day. I've got no contracts available. Snow still on the ground. This is what I was talking about here as well. If you buy the land, the amount of stone, I mean, it's just everywhere. I don't think there's any ore piles. It's all, I'm pretty sure it's all stone. The stone that's our byproduct from the coal mining is set on distributing, and that's distributing to our little lime production, because we've got our lime production down at the farm. The lime production is for the lime for the metal production, and that's distributing to there. No, it's not distributing to there. No, I just did delivery, didn't I? And we've got 70,000 litres of lime produced now. That's the same, it's just chugging away, because it's continually sending a little bit of stone every day, every few hours, or every hour it's sending whatever's there. So that's all chugging away as well. So as far as lime goes, when it comes to liming fields as well, when we're ready for doing crop work, we should have plenty sitting there. And this should, if I remember correctly, if the byproducts are all the same, it's just the main product that changes. So like I say, this one will be ore, whereas the coal mine is coal. We should still get stone and I assume dirt and sand and stuff, but again, we'll have a look. At least that siren's not blaring. You wait, we'll get it down. As soon as we hit the bottom, the siren will start going off. I don't know if you have to buy the land, if there's anywhere to switch the siren off. I did have a kind of look. I couldn't see anything. Hopefully it's not going to be too loud. And we need to go... think it's in front of those doors. Is it here? Is there a door on the side? No. Where is it? Oh, there we go. No, 635. That's lower. Oh, that's all right. With money to spare. Drinks are on me. I'll say, well, 72,000. Yeah, it's not a huge amount. So, what can we... So, we're extracting iron ore. Nice. And what do we need? We need maintenance tools. Yes, all the other things. So I'm now thinking, do I need another generator? Potentially. Electric, so... Oh no, sorry. Electric charge will be distributing automatically. I'm going to need to buy diesel. So what I'll do is I'll fill up our diesel tank, our little trailer, bring that up. So we need maintenance tools, mining equipment, vehicle parts. Diesel charge on the hour will come up. So iron ore will be our main product. That will be coming out. And then we'll get stones, mineral coal, dirt and sand. Right. So it's just flipping the other things around. So that'll be our main product coming out. We will still be getting all these. I can set that onto distributing. Mineral coal. We haven't got anything for that at the moment. But I'm thinking if we do buy one of the coal refineries, the small coal refinery, we could set the coal from here onto distributing. I don't know if that'd be enough to run it. But that'll be building up for a while until we can afford to buy that. And our dirt and sand, we'll leave that on storing. Because we've got dirt and sand from the coal mine. And that's all going to be used if we then buy that other production. This is what I was saying as well about our lime production here. That goes red every now and again because on the hour is when it comes over. And we have got... Oh, we're nearly full. Okay. I don't want that to fill up and stop running. Because while that's continually sending stones... And now, once we got this up and running, the mine... I need to do something about that. And it looks like we're going to need to put some more water in because that's nearly run out as well. I need to top that up. Oats is showing on there because it's a production close to the silo, so it kind of registers all the things that silo can run. So that's all good. Right, so what I need to do then, I need to go in, I need to purchase the various different containers, vehicle parts. I'll do what I've done before. 2 containers and a vehicle parts on my low loader. I'll bring the low loader up. I'm going to go and get my diesel tank from the farm. We're going to be quite low again on finances, aren't we? But again, we'll have bought another facility, so I was just going to say, was it worth me sticking another generator until we buy a refinery? And that's 12 grand, and then the diesel. Just to make sure we've got enough electricity being distributed. But anyway, I will get all that stuff done off camera. So the next time you see me, this mine should be up and running. I could set the auto distributing. I might do 1 or 2 loads because I've got my dump truck. I might bring the dump truck and do 1 load of ore myself, and then the rest set to distributing. Just because, you know, I want to run something out of this. I think, do we back up into here to get it? I can't remember where we get it from. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'll get that done. So there we go. Treacherous marble run complete. New facility purchased. As it's turned out, it's lucky it was only 635 because I don't think if it had been 650 or 7, I wouldn't have had enough money to buy what's required to get it up and running. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. As always, thanks for watching.